Well, welcome back, my friends, to another episode of Automotive Drama. Like always, I'll keep the preamble short. Likes are nice, scribes are better. Any questions, comments, please feel free and ring the bell if you want to watch more videos. Today, step one on how to remove the transmission on a North Star Cadillac DTS. I think it's a 2010. Yeah, there's the tranny. Alright, obviously you have to take the air box out, as you can see over here, which is really quite simple. It's one bolt and then it's got these little rubber there that holds it in, a little rubber there. There's a screw right there that you can see where it's missing. You definitely want to take that out because it slips right out if you do that. And you got the air charge hose on it too, which that's what goes, and the boot, and that little clippy thing right there that's kind of a pain in the ass. Then you got to get the PCM out of the air cleaner, because that's where the PCM is. It's in the air cleaner, so it helps keep it cool. And then if you see in there where the hole is, there's one bolt there, and I don't even know if you can even be able to see the other one next to it in that corner. Alright, and you got to take that bracket off right there, which goes right along the side of here on those two studs. So you get the detent cable off. And then I haven't took the line off yet because I don't want tranny fluid dripping in my face. I usually take the lines off like last. And you got to take that little bracket off for the other cooler line, which also looks like the cooler lines are leaking on this thing. This thing's leaking everywhere. I cleaned this thing off to make sure that the oil pan was actually leaking. And I didn't even run the damn thing. I was just moving it around the parking lot. And look at all that. I was just moving it around the parking lot. Yeah, I was sacrificing the inline jug. And just look at the oil that's already pouring out of that oil pan. Look at that. There, let me get the light where you can see a little better. There. All in there. And right there. Now, I cleaned the shit out of this. If you look up in the top up there, you'll see that the valve cover is leaking a little bit. If I can get it right there in that corner. There it is. It's leaking a little bit. Not real bad, but if I go on the top side, I'll show you where it's actually leaking bad up there. And you can also see where, and I literally, you have a video, I shot a video where I just cleaned this thing off spotless. And that's how much oil already. And this thing was dry as a bone. I also think that front cover's leaking too. I'm pretty sure that's leaking too. I'm gonna give him a call and talk to him about that. I might just be able to tighten up the bolts and snug that up. But it kind of looks like that cover's leaking. I can't really tell if the seal's leaking because I can't really see behind there. Now, to get this transmission out, you got to loosen up that bolt. You got to take the tires off. You got to loosen up the lower ball joint. You can leave the sway bar attached to the subframe. The rack and pinion has to come loose, and you got to strap it up. And then once you get the subframe out, then you can take out that bracket right there, that bracket right there, that bracket right there, and then you can actually start taking the bell housing bolts out of it, which I will show you that later when I get to it. There's also ground wires, a bunch of miscellaneous. But I did want to just point out that the oil filter might even be leaking a little bit, but that is not all of this, and that definitely ain't all of that. I can totally see where the oil pan gasket's leaking. Completely. And I just cleaned this thing. I mean, literally, look at the trail. You can even see the, I think there's silicone in there, but I actually have a gasket for it. So this is part one. I'm going to get the subframe out, and I'm going to show you how I got that out. And then that'll be part two. Anyways, thanks again for tuning in to another episode of Automotive Drama. Like always, likes are nice, scribes are better. Stay tuned for more, my friends. Have a good night.